Okay, so today we're going to be making a pumpkin pie roll, and I'm filming this myself, so this might get, I'm going to try and film it as best as I can. So you want to start with either a cookie sheet or a jelly roll pan. A jelly roll pan is light in color, and it has like 2 layers at the bottom, but this will work fine. Just make sure it's got sides to it, and you want something that's around 15 by 10. This one is 16 by 12, so it'll be fine. And you want to make sure it has high edges. So the only thing that'll be different for the recipe will be the time, and I will get to that when the time comes. So first of all, I'm just going to spray the pan with this Crisco oil. You can actually, it's probably better even to use actual Crisco, like the vegetable shortening, but I'm just going to use this because it's what I have. So I'm going to line this with my parchment paper. So I will do that now. Okay, so you want your oven to be at 375 degrees for this. Okay, so I've got the, okay, so we have our pan prepared. Looks like that. Now we're just going to whisk in our granulated sugar, and this is going to be a cup of granulated sugar into 3 eggs. Now, to cut the calories, you can use a no-calorie sweetener, which is what I'm doing, and the Great Value brand and Splenda both measure cup for cup, so it's going to be the same. It's going to be a cup of sugar either way. So we're just going to beat the sugar into the eggs, and we're also going to mix together in a separate area, and I'm just using this little container. I didn't want to use a whole bowl because I'm just mixing them. You're going to be mixing 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon or ground ginger, 1/2 a teaspoon of cloves, and you want to either get them ground or finely cut them up yourself. You want a 1/2 a teaspoon of, did I say ground cinnamon? I think so. 1/2 a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 a teaspoon of baking powder, and then 3/4 of a cup of regular all-purpose flour. So I'm going to mix these with the dry ingredients and keep the dry ingredients separate for right now from the eggs and the sugar. So I'm going to do that, and then actually I could probably do it with the camera in hand. Let's see here. We'll add the granulated sugar. It's my hand mixer. Okay, so I have my dry ingredients mixed here. I've got my eggs and my sugar mixed here, and I've got 2/3 cup of pumpkin, and I just used the Libby's brand in the can. You can use whatever one you like. So we're going to go ahead and mix this into the wet and then add in the flour mixture. Okay, so now we're just going to spread a nice thin coat right in here on our cooking sheet. Okay, so very quickly I want to mention that my pan was 12 by 16, so I actually had to put 2 batches in it to fill it up. If you use the correct size, 10 by 15 I believe, you should be fine with the 1 batch, but you're just going to have to figure it out for yourself. I had to kind of, when I put my pumpkin mixture in and looked at the pan, I thought, oh boy, that's not going to fill it. So I went ahead and made a second batch. So I doubled everything and just did it and added it to this. So we're going to put it in the oven, 375. We want to check this after 11 minutes if you're using a dark pan, and after about 13 minutes if you're using a traditional jelly roll pan. Okay, so you want to prepare a kitchen towel, and you're going to put powdered sugar on it. Now, the recipes that I find online call for a smaller amount. Oops, I just got your naked legs over there. Okay, so the recipes that I've seen online call for a lot less powdered sugar, but every forum or blog that I've read has said the more the better with the floured sugar, because it's going to help it from cracking and help it from separating from getting stuck to the towel. So I gave it a really good dusting of powdered sugar to see if this changes things and makes it better and keeps it from like tearing. So that's that. Then we're going to beat together 1 package, which is 8 ounces of cream cheese, a cup of powdered sugar. Again, if you want, you can use a Splenda or sugar substitute. Just, you know, make sure that it says on the package that it's a cup for cup measurement, or it should say on the package what the measurement difference is. So just follow that if you're going to do that. And then you're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm actually using Country Crock spread. It has a little bit less calories than the like Walmart brand unsalted butter, and I actually like the taste better. It's a little bit more rich. And then there's a teaspoon of vanilla in here as well. So we're just going to beat that together. Okay, so 11 minutes was just right for my pumpkin roll. Now we're going to immediately flip it over upside down onto the towel we prepared with powdered sugar. Okay, so as you can see, I am rolling it up, and I've added powdered sugar to the pumpkin roll as well to keep it from sticking. So I'm just going to continue to roll it up, and then we're going to let it sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, so once it's cooled for about 20 minutes, you're going to unroll it. I had a little crack here, and I actually had one here too that broke completely through. But I'm just going to spread the cream cheese on it and figure out what I can do with it. I put powdered sugar on this one because it wasn't all the way through. So I'm going to put the cream cheese on there and then come back. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you're all done. You just roll it up after you put the cream cheese on it. Mine broke a little bit here, but it's fine. So that's it, you guys.